Well, a competitive field of 10 went to post in the Gold Circle podcast Pinnacle Stakes over 1,600 meters. Obviously, some horses are prepping for races that they have in mind for, the horse for the rest of the season. I'm sure Tony as well, because this horse was on the boil towards the end of last season. I just read out all the feature races, the Bailey Turk, the Guineas, the Cup Trial, the Tequila handicap, and Tony gave him that break, which is well deserved after a hard campaign, and he's come back fresh, well, and straight into the number one box. Tony, compliments on the stable. Firstly, I didn't get to chat to you in the previous race. You had to go and bandage this horse, but a nice double for the yard.
Oh, it's wonderful, wonderful. Dees, that filly and Jess in the previous race, it's the first time I've had her right in the whole life. She's 4 years of age. It's the first time I had her right. I was so confident she'd win on her work. But, you know, we old-fashioned guys, we draw 15. We get so nervous about the draw. You know, she doesn't travel in a race. I know she was going to give them a lot of start. But deep down, I really thought if she would have been drawn 7 or 8, I think the bookmakers would have got hurt properly today. But anyway, she won, and I'm delighted for Mary. And this was the pressure on today because I prepped him to try and win this race. It's a prep race for the Premier's Mile.
Yes.
I shouldn't have run him in the Guineas, Dean. I made a big mistake, something I don't normally do. He had a very poor blood picture, and I ran him in the Guineas. And he never quite got over it properly. His next start, he was a bit unlucky in the Cup Trial. They went slow. He got pushed around. He only got beat 1.9 lengths. Maybe had he gone to the front, it would have been a different result. But and then, of course, you know, on July Day, he picked very badly in the race. He nearly came down. He was only beaten 3 lengths. And I realised that he needed a break, you know, do the horse sickness vaccinations and try and bring him back in the spring. He was always a leggy horse, a little on the light side. So I think maturity now, 4 years of age, they come into their own. That's when they're fully mature. And I think we'll have a bit of fun with him, you know. We've got to hope he's a Grade 1 horse. I always say there's a big difference between a Grade 3 and a Grade 2 horse and a Grade 1 horse. A Grade 1 horse is just something else. So I hope he can improve further. But look, I mean, as much as I thought he'd win today and I prepped him to try and win the race, I still think there must be a little bit left in the tank. I haven't got him completely wound up. But a good ride to Sean, and I'm delighted for Mrs. Liley, and well done to one of my old good friends, Gary Player. Wayne phoned me from America. He wanted to know how the horse was, and I'm delighted for Gary Player. As I've said before, I go back a long time with him since I was a little chap.
Have you played against Gary or with Gary in a 4-ball?
Yeah, look, it depends on my handicap. He gets a bit nervous when I've got enough shots in the bag.
Sure. Okay, you're not done yet, and well done to Gary Player Stud as well, who bred this individual. You're not done yet. You got 2 on the board. Can you help us later on?
Look, these Van Calder's coming back. It's a prep run for him, but it's a small field, and that's going to help him, because he's going to turn for home with only a few lengths to make up, hopefully. Got huge respect for Crawford's horse, though, that Ultra Magnus. I saw him win at Maritzburg, and I had that feeling he's just something special about him. So I've got a lot of respect for him. Desolate Road, I couldn't have had any better last time, and although it's 0.9 of a length, it flatters Desolate Road. He could have won by a lot easier, Ultra Magnus. In fact, Desolate Road can't beat him at the waist because he's half a kg worse off
100%
today with him. But he's drawn 1. He's also in a very good space, Desolate Road, extremely well. But that also holds him on form. I can't see why there should be a turnaround in 2.5 weeks, you know. But Van Gelder, of course, is the big horse, you know. If the right Van Gelder pitches today, I can tell you he just needs 1 run, but he's done enough work to win. It's not that he's unfit, but he's just not completely 100%, but I have huge respect for him. He's a proper horse.
Thanks for that, Tony.
Thank you, Dees.
Lovely. Let's get Shawnee in, and Sean's got the family here today. All the boys are here, and of course the missus is here as well. Yes, she is. She's here as well. So they never miss a meeting here in KZN, the Veal family. Nice to have the boys on course as always, Shawnee.
Yes, as always, Dees. You know, my biggest supporters in the game. It's my family, and you know, I'm just so blessed. I got a wife that supports me 100%. And as you can hear, my sons, they support me. Her family supports my family in Cape Town supports me. So all the supporters always welcome this.
This Lighty, from the complications he had when he was a young boy, he's grown up to be a chubby fella, huh?
Yeah, he's a little machine. He's a little machine. Through what he's been through, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But as you can see, he's very strong. I don't think there's many kids his age would look like him. But well done to my wife. She's done a fantastic job. To Mr. Rivelin and Mrs. Liley for the opportunity. I've always said this was a proper horse. And Mr. Rivelin was still thinking sitting 3rd, 4th, but I knew today if I lead or sit 2nd, everything worked out in my favor, and when I squeezed him, he actually won a very good race. Still needed it, and he won a good race.
That's what I was going to touch on, you know, as I pulled the mic away. I was going to say he still needed it, but he still won so well.
Yes, Dees, you know, he's a proper horse. I always said from day one when I won on him, I said to Mr. Evelyn, I think they're going to have a lot of fun with him. You only really see the best of this horse when that Cape Town horses come back here next season. Then you'll see a quality horse. At the moment, he's still very mature. Mr. Evelyn's still thinking in his mind, he's going to put blinkers on this horse, but not yet. We'll take it one day at a time. Hopefully he pulls up well. Just well done to Mrs. Liley and Mr. Evelyn and to Terry Watts on holiday. And to his daughter, she does a lot of work behind the scenes. Not a lot of people know that she also rides work. So all worked out well for him, for having his daughter there. And well done to LG panel beaters.
Okay, help us later on. We got a few more races left. The exotics are done and dusted. Where can we follow Mr. Sean Veal?
Did you know Ultra Magnus? I think he's a nice horse, but today is proper. We're going to see a proper horse today when you see Van Kelder coming to the ring.
Thanks for that. Sean Veal and the boys. Mrs. Liley, a double. Let me give her a big hug. Let me give her a big hug. Well done to you, Mrs. Liley. Congratulations. I told you, just be a bit more confident.
I know. It's easy afterward, isn't it?
This horse has done you proud.
Anyway, well done to Tony, and well done to Sean. Sean rode a nice race. Tony trained the horse nicely and turned him out. And
what about the breeder, Gary Player Stud?
yes, Gary.
Before you forget, Mrs. Liley.
Yes, before I forget. That's right. Well done, Gary. Yes, I think this is one of the better horses he's ever bred.
Yes.
Really. But let's hope so and continue in this vein. And most excitement I've had for a long time.
As I mentioned, you always got your feet firmly on the ground when it comes to what you can expect, but the double was on and it's all yours. Well done to you.
The double was very nice, yes. And well done to our groom.
Yes, Mr. Mveli.
Mr. Mveli.
Yes, he's done a wonderful job.
Yes, that's right. And thanks to Gold Circle and everybody. And well done, everybody.
Give us a big smile, mister. Give us a big, broad smile. Well done to you. A nice double. Well done to Mrs. Mary Liley. And let's get the grooming. Mrs. Liley, you want to present it to the groom? You're going to present it to the groom. Okay, Mrs. Liley is going to present it to the groom. And his name is Mveli. And that's 1,000 Rand for him. Mrs. Liley, you can congratulate him and present it to him. Well done, Mveli. You've taken wonderful care of Mrs. Liley's horse, Trisville. And that's 1,000 Rand for you, courtesy of Hollywood Bets and Gold Circle. Mveli, my man. Congratulations, my brother. Well done to Mr. Mveli. He's got it done here with number 4, Trisville. Well done to everybody concerned. 4, 8, 9, and 6 is the result, race number 4.